Hello, friends. Friends, since morning, from Hatha Yoga to Bhakti, devotion, and then coming on the intellect is that next dimension, corporate monk. What kind of a monk? We have often heard of mendicants, we have heard of monks, we have heard of saints and sages, but what kind of a monk is this? Corporate monk. Very interesting book, Corporate Monk. And the first introduction and the preface starts with Lord Krishna and about the guidance from Gita. Because if you first take that thing as your guideline, which is to do with the self is going to study everything. The self is traversing or treading on the path of one dimension to the other dimension, then you know that it's not difficult for you to switch over to the dimensions. So this is a very story of a very successful corporate monk who is applying all that he has read from Upanishad and from Gita and from Ramayana and from all those Indian Vedas and all that. And he says that it's not at all difficult for a person to handle everything in relation to the corporate affairs, also with the tendency to apply that knowledge and having the feeling of renunciation. And not renunciation doesn't mean that you are going to leave something, but after you have done your work, you are just going to leave it. You are not waiting for the results to come, but you are doing your work intensely and you are doing your work with full enthusiasm, full of joy, because life is an opportunity. It's an opportunity anywhere, everywhere. We have enjoyed festivities. We have had very good whole day. We have enjoyed Holi also, right? We enjoyed the Holi lunch also. But at the same time, we are not even stuck with one dimension. We are traveling from one dimension to the other. And then will come Dhyan, your quiet time, where you will understand that who was the one who was doing all this. Where were you experiencing all this? Here only, right? So this is the territory, inner territory, which has got absolute authority of yourself. You don't have authority on anything, but you have authority on what you're doing right now, because you're doing from the angle of the self traveling from one dimension to the other dimension. Okay? So a person who has full devotion towards self-knowledge and who has experienced the self in all the subjects, in all the events, in all the circumstances, that person lives happily, and happiness does not become a dream for that person, because everywhere, every bit of your life, every moment of your life, you remain happy and joyful. Okay? Because the self never changes. The sceneries are changing. Everything is coming and going. But that which is eternal in you, that which is eternity in you, that which you represent, is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent everywhere. In the whole universe, everywhere in the world, it's all the same. Self remains the same. But everything else changes. So once you know that eternity is flowing through you, you remain happy, joyful, and you don't seek that. It is your state. Sat Chit Anand, you already have that state in you. And that is what is Krishna consciousness also, that do anything